Good evening, Athena students, parents, and families. This is your weekend update for the week of May 3rd, 2021. We are rapidly closing to the end of the year, but we have a lot coming up. So I wanted to send a lot of information to you in this weekend update, some important things that are coming to a close and some important things that are getting ready to start. Let's start with the things that are getting ready to kick off. Next week, we begin our full MAP testing for grade levels. SPED and Title have already started testing this week. And next week, we start with our 5th grade science testing. So all 5th graders will begin testing next Tuesday for their science MAP test. Some reminders for MAP testing. 1, please support us and help your child get to bed early on each one of these testing nights. I would recommend 8 p.m., 8:30. It varies a little from kindergarten to 6th grade, obviously based on their age, but that 8 to 8:30 time frame is probably a good time to have them in bed so they're getting a good night's sleep and they come well rested. That makes a huge difference in their cognitive ability when they come to school, just having that amount of rest. So please get them to bed early each night. I know many of you work nights and it's other people at home. So do your best, help us out, make some arrangements with whoever's watching them at night to get them in bed early, 8 to 8:30, so they can be well rested for our test. Make sure they're eating a good breakfast every morning. They can, of course, eat breakfast for free here every single day. But even if they eat at home and eat here, that's great. Food feeds their body. It also feeds their brain. So we want them to be well rested and we want them to be well fed so they are ready to give us their best. Now, we will do MAP testing this next week for 5th grade science. The following week, all grade levels, 3, 4, 5, and 6, will be testing either math or ELA. And then on the week of the 17th, we will be finishing that testing for their other session, either math or ELA. The last piece that I need your help with for MAP testing is attendance. It is so critical that your child is here every single day as we go through this MAP testing process. So get your child here. Make sure they're here on time at that 8:30 time frame, and make sure they're here every day so that they don't miss a single session and we can really see what they know. All right, some things coming to a close. Our private tutoring that Miss Carter and I were doing for math over the last few months, that came to an end this week. We will not have any more private tutoring for math after school after this week. Task, which is our after-school reading support for Task. There is about 40 plus students on that group in that Task session right now. Next week is our last week for Task. So we will have Task remote Monday, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then after Thursday, we will no longer have Task for this school year. Finally, you will have a bag coming home with your child, and in that bag are some reading materials, some things that they can use to help them with their reading. They're from our Title Reading program. The reason I wanted to make sure I shared this with you in our weekend update is because there is a very special form that is also in every single one of those bags. It is our free and reduced lunch form. Now, many of you might think, I'm not eligible for free and reduced, so I don't fill out the form. I would just like everyone to fill out that form regardless. Fill it out and send it in. You might also say, but aren't lunches and breakfasts free right now and even extended into next year? Yes, but the qualifications of how many students we have that qualify for free and reduced, whether our lunches are free or not, really provides a lot of funding for our school and for our students. And so by not having those forms in, then the state can't see how many free and reduced qualifications we have for our school district. And then that really reduces the funding that we have that allows us to support our students. And a lot of that funding goes directly into staffing for students, in support for students in so many ways, resources for students. So it's very critical that we get those forms turned in. So regardless, pull out that form, fill it out, and send it back to school. And that way we'll have all of that information that we need to make sure that we are greatly supporting every child every day. All right. That is it for now. MAP testing starting next week. Task and our private tutoring are coming to a close. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. 636-586-1021. Have a great weekend. Get your child to bed early on Monday night because we will MAP test on Tuesday.